Okay, so I've had a whole lot of white folks commenting on my last video asking for proof that Charlie Kirk was an outspoken racist. And there are many horrible quotes to choose from, but there's one that I haven't seen get quite as much attention that I believe is head and shoulders worse than all the rest. In December of 2023, Kirk said, quote, "We made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s," end quote. And to understand why him saying this is so heinous, so barbaric, you have to understand Jim Crow, which is what the Civil Rights Act officially ended in 1964. And I don't say this for shameless self-promotion, but I'm an expert on Jim Crow. I wrote a book about slavery and Jim Crow in 2018, and I just spent the last year and a half of my life making a documentary that covers these same time periods. So during Jim Crow, a black person who was just walking down the street could be picked up at any moment and brutally lynched or tortured and murdered for the crime of flirting with a white woman or any crime they might be accused of without any evidence being presented, no trial. And often these murders were performed in the presence of dozens or even hundreds of white onlookers who would never face any legal repercussions for their actions. So for Charlie Kirk to say it was a mistake to end that system of terror, Jim Crow, and that barbarism toward the black community, it doesn't just prove that he was a racist, but it shows that he was determined to profit off of racism and selective outrage and to build his political and media empire on the back of our 400-year legacy of anti-black racism in this nation.